I wanted to talk to you about some of the skills that we've been working on with Billie, so you can sort of see me in action with her, see how she responds to things, and point out a couple nuances that are really important. One of the first ones is that goes across the board. Whenever you're working with your dog, you want to make sure that when you have food or toys, if you're working with toys as the reward, that they're not out in front of your body. Those become very distracting to the dog. They end up being sort of overshadowing the dog, focusing on the cues and what you're doing. So make sure, even if you've got things in a pocket, that your treats are behind your back or at least in a neutral position, like at your side, that you don't use this kind of body language, right? So we've been practicing. Obviously, we worked on it last week in our little class, our name game. So you're gonna distract with a treat and then, Billie, yes! And we're also adding what we call a marker word. A marker word marks the exact moment the dog does the right thing. So in terms of name game, what we're looking for is that head turn and eye contact. So that's the moment the word yes comes out. The dogs learn it, they respond to it. It's really important as a method of getting information to your dog. A reward happens after the fact. It is important, but they need to know the exact moment they do that right thing. So Billie, yes, good job. Yeah, you see it takes like 2 or 3 seconds for that dog to actually get to me and get the reward. That's a little bit too long for that information to be provided to the puppy. So distract with a little bit of a, hey, what's down there? Billie, yes, good job. Hey, now, if you notice, the other thing that I'm doing is as she gets to me, I'm reaching out and I'm doing what I call a collar grab. We can also call that the gotcha game. I really want to make sure a puppy understands that being caught is a really good thing. So anytime that she can come up to me, hi, yes, and I can do a little bit of a gentle tug and then hold on to that collar as I deliver the treat and then let go. So I do that independently a lot of times. There's no cue for it. It's just conditioned response that being caught and held onto is good, because a dog generally wants to move away or fight from that pressure. We want to make sure she doesn't do that. So I do that independently, grab the collar, deliver the cookie, and then good girl. But I can also combine it with name game. Okay, so again, distract a little bit, and then Billie, yes, good job. And deliver cookie. There you go. All right, she's really good with sit, so we don't work too much on that. I certainly don't do a lot of rewarding for that, but what we have been working on is down. All right, so from the sitting position, again, these treats are going to be hidden behind my back. Billie, and I'm going to cue her to down, down, and then I'm going to take that treat and I'm going to put it on the ground. If she gets up out of a sit, it's okay, but I want to wait till her body hits the ground. Yes, I use that marker word the second her body hits the ground, and then she gets the treat delivered. I'm going to do a little bit different position and move this so a little bit more space. Okay, let's do it this way. Billie, yes, good girl. Thank you. All right, so treats are hidden behind my back, down. Hey, no, down. I always try to work on a mat when I'm practicing exercises like down. I was talking, so I didn't give her the opportunity to use my marker word. Sit. And then again, down. I'm gonna give that cue and I'm gonna pause for a couple seconds. Very nice. She started to do it on her own. That was excellent. Sit. Okay, let's have my treats ready. Down. Okay, if she gets up, I just want to sort of scoot her back on the mat. Billie, down. Oops, there was a treat here on the mat, which I don't think was helping. Here we go, girl. Okay, down. Okay, if she doesn't get it within a second, I'm going to use a lure. The treat on the ground. Yes, good girl. And then, okay. And we use our release word, which is our word okay. It tells her she's finished and she can get up. Let's try one more time. Billie, sit. Good girl. Down. Here we go. Yes, good girl. She gets her cookie and then, okay. All right, so the progression is the word, sit. We call it say it, show it, pay it. So it's the word. If she doesn't respond to the cue in a couple seconds, I'm going to use a show it, which is the lure. And then the pay it part is that she gets to eat the treat and then I release her. Okay, so we'll try it one more time with all three of those. Hey, Billie. Yes, good girl. Down. Okay, if she keeps scooting off the mat, I'm just scooting her back. Down. Okay, then the show it part. Yes, it's the marker word. The pay it is that she gets to eat. And then, okay, release word, right? So it's cue, lure if I need it, yes as the behavior happens, and then release means she's finished, okay? So we've been working a lot on the down. As I mentioned before, we utilize a mat so that eventually, yes, so that eventually I can use a mat as I introduce a cue, go to your place, which means wherever I point to or a location that we've designated as a place for you to hang out, the puppy is already used to lying down on this thing. So it really helps to start to instill what the dog is supposed to do in this particular location. All right, go ahead and stop.